Thank you very much, Raul. Good morning. Time to bring it back to the kitchen once again, just before we wrap up the show. It's almost 9 o'clock this morning, but we still have enough time for a culinary trip to Paris. And today's pilot, Chef Clem, my favorite, is going to be showing you and me, or you and I, how to impress your lockdown family with a quick and easy apple tart tatin, a French classic.
It is.
Tatin or tatin?
I like the way you said it because that's right.
Tatin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So, what I love about this recipe is
Yeah.
essentially you can make it out of 3 ingredients.
Well, I see apples.
Those 3 ingredients come from our daily difference.
Okay.
It's our puff pastry.
All right.
It's our golden delicious apples.
Yes.
And it's our brown sugar.
Okay.
So you could make this whole recipe with just those 3 ingredients. But I want to be extra. And
Okay.
instead of making a normal sugar syrup, I want to make a caramel.
How are you going to do that?
All right, cool.
Okay.
So, in a pan over here, we've got some butter, which I've already started melting. So, caramel essentially is made out of your sugar and your butter.
Yes.
You kind of bring those 2 together.
Okay.
And then you add your cream.
Okay.
And once you add the cream and you let it reduce slightly, get that like golden brown, delicious,
Yeah.
sticky, toffee color. And we're gonna cook our apples in that.
What alternatives could we use?
Instead of?
Cream. Milk?
No, well, like I said, you don't even need that. You can. pull
Oh,
off
that's just
you can pull off
you
this
being
whole recipe.
extra.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can pull off this whole recipe with just the sugar. What you'll do then is you'll add your sugar to your pan.
Okay.
Once your sugar starts to melt.
Yes.
And then you get like I'd say once it's 80% of all the granules have melted down,
Yeah.
you can add your apples. Then you add your puff pastry at the top, and that's all you need.
You also need a bit of patience, because let's be honest, all those apples in there, to peel them to perfection in the way that you have done there takes a lot of, okay, maybe not so much patience.
This is called a speed peeler
maybe
for
you need
a
a speed
reason. And you know what? Okay, so this is like, some people have something that looks like this at home, and they've got the 2 little slots to the side that they
Yeah.
like, you know, they
Yeah,
peel like that,
yeah.
old school. No. Get yourself one of these. It's
Okay.
super inexpensive,
And-
and they're quick. Yeah.
And if you don't have that, at least you have the patience.
And moms, you know, like I've bought so many of these for my mom, but she like hides them because
What?
she still prefers
To get in there.
with a knife.
It's nice and therapeutic for some people. Okay, cool. So you've got
Okay.
your apples peeled now.
I do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our corer to just remove the core of the apples.
Yeah. What's it called? Cora.
Apple corer, and then perfectly.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, cool.
So what we're gonna do is remove those cores, and of course the reason we're doing that is because we're gonna bake these apples. So the apples are gonna cook down. They're gonna be super soft, super delicious. So we don't want that woody, fibrous core with the seeds in the middle.
Yes, yes.
Cool. So we're gonna keep on doing that.
Can
Have you ever
use
made a
any type
caramel?
of apples for this?
Well,
Red ones as
Yes.
well?
Okay.
Yeah?
You can, I mean, now let's actually talk about that. So golden delicious. They're pretty awesome because when you bake them, they don't break down in texture. They hold their shape.
Yeah.
Just become soft and sweet. So you can use something like a Granny Smith.
Okay.
But when it comes to the red variety, they're more floury in a sense. So they will lose their shape and they'll actually start breaking down, which is why red apples are perfect for making applesauce, because you want that smooth texture.
You learn something new every day.
Ask me more questions. I have the answers.
Oh,
I have the
you are
answers.
definitely the man with the answers. Clearly, an apple is not an apple, is not an apple.
No,
There's a
absolutely
specific
not.
type of apple you need. Okay, cool. So you've got your apples cored.
So now-
now the sugar goes in.
Sugar's going in.
pan.
And the rule normally when you are caramelizing sugar in a pan on its own is don't stir it. Because what happens when you start stirring it, the sugar sticks to whatever you're using in the pan and makes one big rock of sugar. You don't want to do that. But now I've got my butter in already, so that's fine. So it's not going to happen. I'm going to add more butter because more butter.
Because you can, and there is never such a thing as too much butter. Please.
Exactly.
That's not a thing. That
So that's
doesn't
going to go
happen.
in there. It's lockdown. It's my own rule.
It's locked down. We can indulge and we can break some of these kitchen rules.
Yeah.
Make it your own.
So in goes our cream, and we're gonna give it some time for the sugar now to dissolve with that butter, with the cream.
Yeah.
The longer the cream stays in the pan, the thicker it's gonna get.
The better.
We don't want it to get too thick because it is still gonna go to the oven.
So this is available on our Daily Difference today.
Yeah.
How long do these Daily Difference deals sort of last for? If you've got it
Tanti, now you're
today-
asking me questions. I think this one and this one's gonna be running for this week and next week.
Oh, this is brilliant. Stand
Yes,
to
it
be
is.
corrected.
Yes, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
But it's worth a try. It's worth
And-
going into the shop and checking.
The guys from the commentary box are not saying anything, but yes, shipping this week and next week. But yeah, check it out. But what I absolutely love is, and I say this all the time, go to the Woolies website.
Yeah.
I do, before I go shopping at my Woolies store,
Yes.
I always go online and just check what's happening, see what specials there are. So when I walk into store,
You know
I know
what to
exactly
get.
what I want to get, which I think is amazing.
The thing is, it's actually very helpful to do that during this time as well with the lockdown, is you want to make sure you spend as little time at the shops as possible. You want to be making sure that you are going in quick and out. So know exactly what it is that you're going to be buying. Draw up that shopping list before you even go to the shop, so that when you enter the shop, you go straight to the aisle.
Yeah.
When is it perfect and ideal to serve this, Chef Clem? Is this like a nice dessert after a meal, or is this something that you have while you're snacking throughout the day, catching up on TV?
Okay, so it does make the ideal dessert because it's easy to make, number one.
Okay.
It's inexpensive, as we covered with our daily difference
Yes.
items. But during lockdown, there's no such thing as days. Every day is day.
Isn't.
So, and a time for me as well. I mean, if you want to have dinner at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Well,
you can
that's
do that.
Yeah.
So if you want to have this as your 2 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning dinner dessert, then you can do that. But yeah,
Unless you have parents and you live with your parents, those are the rules that they set. You have to follow their rules.
Oh,
Just
really?
now we're corrupting kids at home.
True story.
Uncle Clem said that if you want to have dinner at 2 a.m., you can have it.
So let's not do that.
Let's
then.
not do
Let's not
that.
do that. Okay, so what you want to do is essentially you want to core all your apples and you want to fill your pan completely with all the apples. We're not going to do it. Maybe we should just try and like add some extra right now.
Yeah,
So the idea is that you pack it full of all the apples. So there's no, you covered the whole surface with the apples.
Well, you need as many as you can. With
Yeah.
Ryle on standby with all of his containers, I think you want to make sure that he's got enough for the month,
What
right?
bus service are you working for?
Eh?
That you keep on throwing Ryle under like it's no one's business?
No, I'm not. I'm looking after this man. Somebody's got it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, but no, we share. I'm all about the sharing. Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
apples in. So that's gonna start softening nicely. So what you're gonna do immediately, get your puff pastry out.
Yes.
We spoke about this. Puff pastry, take it out the freezer, give it enough time to thaw. Then, yes, there's a bit in there. Give it enough time to thaw.
Is there really?
No, there's no bit on the floor. I will pick it up later. I will pick it up later. Yo.
Yes.
Okay. You to give it enough time to thaw out naturally. Don't pop it in the microwave. Then all you're gonna do is you're gonna just peel it back, just like that. Use the actual plastic that it comes with, which I think is so great because a lot of people end up using a lot of flour, making a bigger mess.
Yes.
Don't do that. Use the plastic.
This is so handy. I like that.
It is. So all you're gonna do, just like that. Cut off a piece, and essentially you're gonna wrap those apples with a blanket of puff pastry and put them to bed.
For how long?
For what you do is you cover it with that plastic, cover it with the pastry,
Yeah.
pop it in the oven
Yeah.
for 20 to half an hour.
Okay.
Let that beautiful pastry puff up. Once it puffs up, it looks like this, right? Then you turn the whole pan upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna reveal the beautiful apples and caramel that you started the recipe with.
Oh, Clem.
Tabzi, have you learned stuff today?
Well, have I learned stuff? Is that the question you are asking me, Clem? Well, the answer is yes. Yes. Yes, I have learned a lot.
One
Thank
more
you.
time, yes. he
Many
has.
thanks.
It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you very much.
So I've got this for you. Also, you gotta have your Tart Tatin with a little bit of custard. Tabzi, would you like to try this?
Sealed the deal. Clem, you are a superstar. This is fantastic. Guys, you want to make sure that you do this. It's an absolute treat that everyone in the household will like. And even if you're staying by yourself, you will love it and you're going to be indulging for a really long time. If you want this recipe together with all the ingredients, go on to expressoshow.com. We've got it all on there. Chef Clem, again,
Tabzi,
save.
you are my daily difference. Just to let you know.
You make a difference in my day, all the days of my life during this time. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Go buy your mama a house.